Greece, Norway, Germany, Netherlands, Great Britain and New Zealand contesting this final.
Excited for this race. You got the Olympic champion Stefanos and Tuskos in an outside lane. You know the standard is high, 25 years of age. Greek sculler has got his work cut out on that lane. The Olympic silver medalist, well, he's next to him, Cheryl Borsch, coming late back to the sport this year, but been in great form to make the A final. Olli Zeidler cap set back as normal. The 26-year-old German, his grandfather Johannes Faber here on the course to watch him Olympic champion from 72. Olympic silver medalist in the double sculls, Melvin Tuela, absolutely rampant here, and in the Europeans. Graham Thomas, many people's favourite for a podium place here. Which one will it be? The man from Agecroft Sculling Club, 43 years of age. Jordan Parry, what a series of races the Kiwi has put together, 26 years of age. Watched, of course, by Mahe Drysdale, who he competed with for the sculling seat. The Tokyo Olympics, the Taranga oarsman over here in lane 6.
Well, let's see how this is going to go. We look at Olli Zeidler. We're talking about the race between him and Melvin Tuela in the centre, but we're looking at Cheryl Borsch.
And we're hearing there was a yellow card, maybe for a late to the start or a warm-up violation for the Norwegian, so he's really got to make sure he doesn't make a full start in this race.
And I'm looking in here at Olli Zeidler and just how short he is on that first stroke, just a little leg press away. The last quarter slide he's been using to make sure he gets comfortably out of the start, but it's not quick, that's for sure.
He was a little slow on that first stroke. Tuela really jumped out. It's like he saw the light before the sound and he went, so he really got a good start there, but Zeidler just dropped ever so slightly in these first few strokes.
Yeah, Olli Zeidler hasn't been starting well this season. I think in many ways that's a good first 10 strokes for him to be in that position. It's just whether he keeps his rate up, as you can see, at 48 strokes a minute to try and get his bow in front, make up for those first 5 strokes in the next phase. That's what he's been doing as we look across the field, and it works for him that he gets to where he wants to be at the front of the field. The question is how much energy is expending to do it.
And Tuskos takes a look across at Cheryl Borsch, the Olympic champion. Looks to be his normal, vibrant self. Beautiful scent through the back end of the finish. Easy flow of the hands away. Cheryl Borsch, though, leading him by just a couple of metres. As Olli Zeidler, well, plan A, there's no plan B, C or D for Olli Zeidler. It is get out and lead and see if I can beast myself into the ground and stay ahead till the finish. That is what Olli Zeidler is setting out to do. And he's moving away to get as much on this field as possible in the first quarter. Got to hand it to him.
Yeah, you wonder at what point he sits and thinks, okay, I've done enough here. I'm not going to spend all my pickies in the first half of the race. Or does he just keep going and trying to open up an unassailable lead? I mean, we saw the Aussie men's 4, I guess, race like that for 5 years, and it worked for them. Does it work in the single, Greg?
Well, as it is, he's chowing into the whole picnic in the first 500 metres. He's got a massive lead. It's a length of clear water, but he's still at 41 strokes a minute. He's still that, little bit short that we see him rowing sort of 3/4 slide, but it's given him a big lead and everyone else in the line behind.
Yeah, look how these other 5 trailing scullers have come together. Great row from Jordan Parry here from New Zealand. He's been solidly a B finalist, including at the Tokyo Olympic Games last year, but finding himself in this A final and a great turn up from him.
And that pace through the 500 metres that Zeidler set, just 0.02 of a second slower than Robbie Manson's world beating time back in Poznan. When was it, 2017, where he set that 6:30? What a pace for the German.
Well, we've got the 500-metre Legends race coming up. What Olli Zeidler's just done might be good for 500. The question is, will it be good for 2,000 metres? As we have a look over here at Jordan Parry. But what about the move? What about whether Melvin Tuela here in the centre of the course can start to eat into this lead now of the German sculler Olli Zeidler?
Yeah, here goes Tuela, but on screen here is Graham Thomas of Great Britain, Martin.
Yeah, the man from Agecroft, former rugby player, got into the start scheme, jumped into the boat in Sarasota as a sub, stroked the British quadruple scull, to a silver medal here in the single, and never looked back this season. Won at Lucerne. It's right in there, but Melvin Tweller is moving back every stroke. Look at the Dutchman go. Beautiful push off the back end there.
Yeah, everything you would say about that technique of Melvin Tweller looks pretty good as they're coming through the 1,000-metre mark. As it is, they're starting to close the lead, I think, on Olli Zeidler, and he's looking like it's hurting a bit as the rest of the field's tightening up, Sarah.
But how about the Kiwi, Jordan Parry? What an incredible row he's having, coached by Gary Roberts. He's in the bronze medal position at the moment, but steely look on his face. The German still in the lead, but Melvin Tweller from the Netherlands, his bow getting ever closer to the stern of the German.
Well, I'm really interested in the way that Olli Zeidler's taken this on. He goes out so hard between that sort of 50 metres gone and 550 metres gone. He's opened up a lead now. But you compare it to something like we're seeing here from Jordan Parry, who's so long, so connected. He has that chance to relax on the recovery and just kind of, you don't see it, but he kind of catches his breath and he gets ready. Olli Zeidler just keeps banging away at it, and I wonder whether he'll be able to hold that lead as we're kind of getting deep into this third quarter.
Still got open water, 750 metres to go, and Tweller is tracking Olli Zeidler. Graham Thomas now making his move in this third quarter. This is where the British athlete is strong. The 33-year-old loves to make a move in this part of the race, and is pushing, doing so. Chetel Borsch back there, and Tuskos back there, and Thomas challenging for the bronze medal now.
Where are the Olympic gold and silver medalists? They are in the back of this field. They're in 5th and 6th. You can see them from the drone on the left-hand side of your screen. They're going to be very lucky to have any feature in the medals here. It's this man here, the German, currently leading. He's coming up to the 1,500-metre mark. Still has open water over the Dutchman, but Graham Thomas and New Zealand fighting for that bronze medal.
I have to say, that's fantastic from Olli Zeidler. You know, whatever the result is at the finish, he stayed ahead of Melvin Tweller in the third quarter. You've got to hand it to the guy. He's really set his stall out there. Tweller now digging in. We've seen what he can do in the sprint finish, Greg.
Well, Melvin Tweller, he's at 38 strokes a minute. He's actually rating higher now than Olli Zeidler. He must be rowing longer in the water. So every stroke, his boat is going to be going further than Olli Zeidler's is. It's just whether Zeidler can hang on and keep powering it and giving it enough as he does in the middle of the stroke. And it's working for him.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Greg, because their boats are moving at the same speed, 4.9 metres per second here. So Olli Zeidler clearly has somewhere else to go.
Well, he just gives it so much because his legs are in such a strong position that he whacks it in the middle of the stroke, and it's working for him. And as you can see, he's now picking his boat speed up as he's coming towards those red buoys. He'll be delighted to be in those red buoys. And no, he's just got, 25 strokes to go to the line.
He is moving out on Melvin Tweller. The German from the Frankfurter club is actually moving out. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This will be redemption for Olli Zeidler. Graham Thomas winning the race for bronze medal from Jordan Parry. Melvin Tweller, what's he got left to sprint on Olli Zeidler?
Tweller is going 41 strokes per minute, but he is making no impact on this man, the German. Olli Zeidler is going to take this race all the way down to the line with clear water. Who would have thought?
Olli Zeidler, watched by his father, his coach Heino Zeidler, watched by his grandfather Johannes Faber, Olympic champion in 1972. Redemption for Zeidler, redemption for German rowing. He takes the gold medal. It is the Dutchman with the silver medal, and Graham Thomas gets the bronze medal for Britain. Olli did it, says our German producer. That is one of the greatest single sculls races you'll ever see, because the man who won it took it out from the first stroke. How brave was Olli Zeidler?
How brave was he? Incredibly brave, Martin. You said it. He only has one plan, and he's gone away after those European Championships, and he's perfected the plan, and he's worked out that he needs to have more at the end. And wasn't that spectacular when he went again in the red buoys? I was worried for him that Melvin Tweller was going to come back at him, but no, he just stepped on again, and he had it at the end. Melvin Tweller, a good silver medal in the end. He sculled a very standard race, but Olli Zeidler did something special.
Oh, Graham Thomas will be chuffed with that bronze medal ahead of the Olympic champion and Tuskos and the Olympic silver medalist Borsch. Jordan Parry was right in there, wasn't he, all the way down.
We're seeing them off the start here, and Olli Zeidler slightly sort of nursing the boat into the race as he just comes up to length, just taking a little bit more each stroke. But then, once he was through those first 5 or 10 strokes and he was away, he knew exactly what to do. And he did what he does, and it's won him a gold medal here today.
Unbelievable. I mean, from the Europeans, we were talking about the psychological issues he might have had, you know, not delivering on his home course. And he's pointed to his head. Go on, Greg.
Well, I mean, he's thought about it, and he's figured it out. He's worked through it, obviously. And there's delivered it when it matters, and we're going to see it. A 6:48, but a gold medal, more importantly, for Olli Seidler of Germany, ahead of Melvin Tweller and Graham Thomas, who we will see on the podium.
Oliver Zeigler. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Germany.